Well, hello, this is Rochelle, and welcome to my channel. Super quick video in my, or process in my envelope journal. This is a journal I made, and I will link in the description how I made it. It's really easy, it's really fun, and I just wanted to play with some monochrome colors, so I chose brown. It was actually one of the scrapbook shops in Benoni that issued a challenge over on Facebook to do a monochrome creation, and I love working in monochrome. If you look on my channel, it's pretty much what I do. I like working in monochrome, but this time I chose this sepia brown color to try and work in. So I'm just making a focus corner. I am going to be documenting a little photo of when we went on our Valentine's journey. We stopped at this little 60s diner, and it had Marilyn Monroe in, or pillows of Marilyn Monroe, and pictures of, just all things 60s. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it and wanted to document this moment in this monochrome sepia vintage looking layout. So I did lay out some various washi just to bring that focal point to that bottom corner. I am scribbling with gelatos over it and just taking a slightly damp brush and activating that color and smearing it, making it kind of look more like one element and not just random pieces of washi stuck down. You can also do this with acrylic paint just to tone it down, dry brush over acrylic paint. Lots and lots of fun. And then it wouldn't be a layout without some splatters, and so just picked up a fluffy brush and laid down some gelatos, and I did the splatters with that fluffy brush. I wanted to put it down some texture, so I'm taking that same gelato that I just slightly mixed with water, and it wasn't quite the right color. I actually thought it was more of a dark brown, turned out to be a dark gray, so it did kind of throw off my little idea here, and thought I would make it more brown by adding more of the color, which obviously is more gray. So I'm going to take that texture paste that I just mixed with that gelato and smear it through a stencil that I just cut from my, not just cut, but a stencil I cut from my Brother Scan and Cut that has the words of 1 Corinthians 13 that I just typed out and cut out on the Brother Scan and Cut. Love my brother. And just randomly putting that texture paste through that stencil. So it has the 1 Corinthians 13 love message on there, and the title of my page is going to be Love Is. So I am making some paper to match my layout, just using random brown gelato, scribbling it on pieces of plastic and activating it with water, and then just smushing. Yes, that's right, smush, it's an official term. Smushing it out onto old cardstock that I had, and then I'm going to be using these Karen Joan blooming die cuts. They come with a stamp set, and so these stamps, I'm just stamping them in a mink brown by Creative Retreat, which is a pigment ink, and stamping 2 of each. I'm not going to be using 2 of each, I'm just stamping whatever so that I can have sufficient should one not exactly work out. I'm very new to this die cut thing and not quite getting why it's so exciting when setting it up and rolling that thing around. Doesn't quite seem relaxing to me just yet. Maybe I'll learn. So yeah, a lot of work when I felt kind of like I could have just done it quicker by cutting it out. But yeah, let's see. So placing those die cut metal pieces, just securing them with washi over the pieces that I stamped, and then Grace also definitely wants to see what's going on here. Machine she doesn't know, that's on my table. That, and of course there isn't water at the moment in the little bucket where she drinks from. So having done all that, cut it all out and ready to go to stick them down and make my little scenery at the background of my photo. Using the Elemental Alpha from By the Well for God, just to spell out love is. And this one there is no die cut for that I'm aware of or that I have. So this will be cut out by hand to then make the title Love Is, and then it has this background texture paste with 1 Corinthians 13. I just thought it was a nice little touch to the beauty of the page. So I'm going to be taking some of that paper and just backing up the photo even more. This is a photo that I printed with my Canon Zoe Mini. I also have a review for that little device on my channel where you can go check it out. It's a little portable printer, much like the Instax printer. I just find that the paper is cheaper and it just is prettier in that it's much smaller. You edit the photo on your phone and send it to this little device and voila. I did just take some of that gelato and edged the white paper so that it's not as stark. All I do is I tip the edge of this brush into the water, pick up the color, and then just kind of scrape it downward onto the piece. Stuck my letters through my Xyron sticker maker just to make sure that they're adhered all along. And now just kind of playing around with how I want this layout to look, where the flowers to be, and etc, etc. And once I'm happy with that, I will have a look at how to stick it down. I did decide on making my own little foam tape. I don't have foam tape at the moment, and so what I did is just stuck some fun foam that I've left from making journals, just random odds and ends, and I just put that behind the photo. It doesn't matter that it's pink, you and I will know it, but you can't see the pink if you just cut the foam slightly smaller than your photo. And now just laying out those little flowers that I also ran through my Xyron sticker maker. It just spreads the adhesive evenly, making the whole and all those small pieces also sticky. Just adhering some tombow glue at the back of that fun foam and cutting off all the excesses where it's needed to be cut off. Luckily this Xyron glue, it is permanent, but you still have some movement in the early stages, so I did need to move up that one little flower a little bit. So now sticking my words down, starting from the back, just to make sure that I have my spacing right. Karen Joan actually also has a lettering tool that is quite nice in that it helps you with spacing your words and your letters. I am just dirtying that word up a bit. The white was a bit too stark, and just taking a little bit of gelato with a contour brush, makeup contour brush, and just gently going over it to give it a bit of a more cream brown kind of look. Okay, and so just wanted to fill out that space at the back there. Not quite sure how I want to do it. I don't want to overpower it. I really want the focus point to be this bottom right hand corner. So just pick up some Nouveau Crystal drops, which I'm having a bit of a problem with because it picked up some air somewhere along the line. And so yeah, first, like I said, I wanted to get something there, but not something too in your face, and so I decided to use that cutout sheet and just kind of use it as a stencil for blending the gelato. So I'm using a darker brown gelato this time and just blending some of these little shapes onto the page, and it's kind of just there in the background, not too much in your face. My problem with this is I enjoy doing it so much that I just want to keep on doing it, and sometimes it turns out to be too much. Just edging the paper as well, making sure that it falls into the look of it, and then taking that dark brown Nuvo crystal drop to add some dots and elements. It was very funny that the 3 dots next to the love is became a part of the title because love is, and then it is all these things. It was a really fun process to come together and to just play around with limiting yourself kind of with one color and different shades of it. Now the thing is, I do this naturally so easily, but I kind of battled with this one. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.